Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Liverpool have been knocked out of the UEFA Champions League as PSG won 2-0 on the night at Anfield and 4-0 overall in their tie as they comfortably and convincingly defeated Liverpool and knocked them out of the Champions League. I mean, it was expected. It is not surprising, to be very honest with you. I said in my prediction as well that I don't really think that Liverpool are going to make a comeback, and they did not. I mean, forget about making a comeback. If I'm being very honest with you, they really did not threaten. It was a really disappointing performance. I don't know. Some fans, Liverpool fans, on social media, they are talking about on Twitter and stuff. They are talking about that Liverpool. It was a good performance from Liverpool, and they they played really good. I really don't know what game they were watching, because I really did not see anything from Liverpool that justifies that. I thought it was an average performance. I think they played a better in their game against Fulham over the weekend than what they did today. It was always going to be a tough task. It was an uphill battle to go ahead and score twice against PSG and hope that they don't score, because they are always a threat. And but they really did not do anything. I mean, I watched that game and I really don't think the players felt that they can make a comeback. I mean, there was no urgency, there was no passing moment, there was no creativity in that midfield. It was so flat, it was so boring, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think it was so boring because PSG did not try that much as well. I mean, they really did not need to as well. They just let Liverpool have have the ball and see what Liverpool can do. And if I'm being very honest with you, Liverpool did not do anything. I mean, there was not a massive or a very clear-cut chance or a big chance in that first half where I can say that was a big chance for Liverpool. They did not create anything. It was such a diabolical performance from them, and a disgraceful performance as well. I mean, it's a European quarter final. It is at home. You're trying to come back into the game, and this is what you come up with. It was really shit. Second half comes in, and I think second half it was a 10% better. At least they were now at least having a shot on goal. Whether it was close by or not, that's a different thing. But at least I think there was it was a much better performance as compared to the first half. But it did not really matter, and because they played, in my opinion, right in the hands of PSG because of the scoreline and because of the situation. They came in, they attacked, and then they got hit on that counter attack. The first goal was really good. It was the way that they set it up. Barcola on the counter attack takes the ball, goes and then waits, and then they pass the ball to Ousmane Dembele. Takes the first leg, goes on that right hand side, brings the ball on that left hand side on the left foot, and then shoots and makes it 1-0. The second goal as well, I mean, it was so easy for them. Second goal, by that time it was done. They had a penalty to Liverpool at 0-0. And that got disallowed. I think it was a very soft penalty. I sort of agree that it was not, it is one of those decisions that if you're a Liverpool fan, if I'm an Arsenal fan and it is given for my club, I'm going to say it is a penalty. But if I'm an opponent, I'm going to say it's not a penalty. So it was one of those. I sort of understand why the referee gave it, and I sort of understand why they said it is not a penalty. It was very soft, to be very honest with you. And the thing to be to look into in this game and to talk about Liverpool is, like, you have 150 million Isaac, you have Cody Gakpo there, you have Hugo Ekitike, for who you paid about 50 million, and all of these talents. But the most a threatening player, and the player that sort of created something, and the player that sort of made the fans excited, and it looked like you might go ahead and score then. It was a 17-year-old kid. When Rio came on the field, he started moving and he started creating those things, and he brought out a good saves. And the moment that sort of uplifted the fans as well, and it sort of made you think that maybe Liverpool are gonna do some sort of a sort of a comeback, even though it was quite late. But it did not materialize, and they go ahead and they get knocked out. So quite a poor performance from Liverpool. For PSG, I mean, it was a really good performance. They really did not have to do anything. They already were 2-0 ahead. side, and they let Liverpool, go out and try to do something. They were very happy. They defended really, really well. I think Marquinhos, I think, had a really, really good game. Whenever Liverpool were there, whenever they came close to, coming in that 6-yard box, and when they had 2 or 3 chances in that box, he was there. He cleared the lines. I think everything that came towards the 6-yard box, he had them out. So I think for me, if I'm being very, very honest, everybody's gonna talk about Dembele and his goals, but I think Marquinhos had a really good performance at the back and leading from the front. I think their midfield was good. Of course, the wingers were really, really good. Yet again, it's not a surprise that their wingers have been good. So it was a great performance, and it was tactically very, very smart by Enrique. And again, Slot. I've not been a fan of Arne Slot. I was not a fan of Arne Slot last year as well, or when everybody was singing praises of him. I kept on saying this is Jurgen Klopp's team. This is Jurgen Klopp's team, and he's taking benefit of what Jurgen Klopp has done. Now this was his year. This is his team, and we all can see the results. And he doesn't really have any answers to if when he goes up against good managers, when he goes up against big teams, he's not really done anything. And yet again today he has failed, if I'm being very, very honest. So that was the performance that PSG did, and I think it was a very, very good performance. They go and they qualify for the next round. They are still in the they're still in the league. They have to concentrate on that. But for the Champions League, a big night for them yet again, a semi-final, and they are with Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. Sorry, my camera died. And as I was saying, Liverpool, they are out of the Champions League already, and their only hope is to finish in the top 5 somehow, and make sure that they qualify for the Champions League next season, because that's the only way that they are going to that's the only way this season could be some sort of successful. Because if they don't qualify for those for the Champions League and they don't finish in that top 5, I think it is going to be a disastrous season for them. Their performances have not been that good. They were good. They put out a good performance against Fulham, but apart from that, their performances have not been that good. They are in a good way, and in a good position with having a big gap, and not that much of a big gap, 4-point gap against Chelsea and 5-point gap against Brentford and Everton and whatnot. But overall, I still think that race for those European places, for that 5th place, is still on, and Liverpool really need to up the game, because if they continue to play like this the way that they did today, I think they are going to struggle. I still think there are going to be a lot of up and downs from here until the end of the season, and they need to make sure that there are more of an ups for them than there are downs, and and they have to rely on other teams as well. It's not going to be an easy six games for the Liverpool fans and the Liverpool team, and I think I would not be surprised if I keep on saying they might have an advantage at the moment, but I would not be surprised if they drop out of the top 5, if I'm being very honest, because the performances are not really that good, and again, as I said, the manager is not really working, is not really being able to do something about it again. And I'm going to talk about the Mo Salah thing. I think he had a really good game against Fulham over the weekend, and then he decided to bench him again in the Champions League game, which was quite baffling. The moment he came on, I think he had a good game. Yet again, he did not score, but I think he still had a good game as compared to the other players on the field. So I don't really understand what's the problem with it. I think that's so much has been said about it, but I cannot believe that it's such a big event. It's such a big opportunity. You need something, you need a player, you want to make a comeback, and you dropped Mohamed Salah. That was mind-boggling to me. But overall, it was a poor performance, and they did not deserve to go down. Completely outplayed in the both legs, and they go out of the Champions League, and PSG qualify for the next round. That's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Liverpool's performance, what you guys thought of PSG's performance, and do you think PSG could go all the way and retain the Champions League, or do you think somebody else will be the champion? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.